You've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was? Then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. We welcome you to today's show and ask those of you who have not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the satanic Illuminati agenda and the ushering in of the Antichrist. We also ask those of you who have not subscribed to our backup channel to please pause the video, do so now. You can find the link in the comment section below or in the description box. Like I said, this channel already has one strike. I'm fighting the strike, but there's a chance the channel might get taken down. So if you enjoy the channel and the content, I recommend that you subscribe to the backup channel as we continue this awakening process together. Today's show, I want to talk about Kobe Bryant and his affiliation to the Illuminati, to the occult. It's pretty clear that Kobe Bryant is involved in it, as most of these athletes are, especially the ones that are featured prominently over and over, who flash the symbols as Kobe does or has logos as Kobe does that have the Illuminati symbolism in it. And of course, it's quote-unquote Mamba Day from what I'm reading everywhere. It's his retirement is coming up. I don't know if it's today, but it's sometime this week. I believe it's today. And it's amazing how people don't realize how the media really just twists their thoughts and perceptions on things. Kobe Bryant, as most people know, early in his career, was accused and charged of rape. Of course, he got away with it because he's a part of this. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten away with it if he was a part of it. If he was a regular person, he would have been in jail and his career would have been over. But because he has an allegiance to the Illuminati, he's able to get by his way out, probably through some type of satanic ritual or sacrifice that he performed, and of course through money that he paid people to get off of this, to get the charges dropped. But before I get into the symbols, I want to talk about that rape allegation, because it's amazing if you don't believe in mind control, if you don't believe the media can spin something and then take your brain on a journey that you don't even know you're on. Think about this. If any other athlete was convicted of rape, just say it doesn't matter the race of the person or the sport, but they were convicted of rape, and then the media constantly over and over bashed the guy saying, we shouldn't be supporting him because he committed rape or he was charged and accused of rape. It's not a good thing. We shouldn't support him. Look how the media has turned this into this praise of Kobe Bryant, a man who was, accused of these things, a man who got off innocently when he wasn't innocent of rape because he paid his way out of it. Look how the media, though, can turn it into, who cares? Let's praise him. He's a hero. And now that's all that's going on. The NBA is praising him as a hero. He's a guy who throws a ball through a net, for starters. He throws a bouncy ball through a basket, and he's praised as a hero. But add to the fact that this man went through a trial for rape and all these things, and they just don't even mention it. They don't even bring it up. Kobe throws up the 666 sign. I know people out there want to say that means three-pointer. Right. He throws it up many times. He throws it up hidden by his side. He throws it up in the air. We won't even get into that because there's more prominent things, such as his logo, Kobe Bryant's brand logo. If you look closely, at it, it's almost the face of the Baphomet, the two ears, the goat face, right? The two ears upward and then the down line. What does that have to do with Kobe Bryant's, anything with Kobe Bryant, other than the fact that it looks like a Baphomet? You can also see the logo with the serpent around it. So if you need more clarification, we talked about the serpent and what it represents. The serpent in the Garden of Eden. Okay, the serpent, they worship Satan, they worship the serpent. Then you get Kobe's other logo here, which is just beyond ridiculous. There's a commercial with it, and you can see it here flash right in front of you. It is the pyramid, so you get the Illuminati pyramid with an, crossing at the top to make an X. So you got, not only do you get the Illuminati pyramid, you get the X, which we've talked about, which means the transformation, and the X symbolizes the Antichrist. It is the symbol of the Antichrist. So you get the pyramid with the X. Then, of course, you get people in the commercial, such as Kanye West, wearing the logo on their jacket and things like that. We know that these people are all prominent Satanists. You can also see in this commercial here, he's got the pyramid behind him and then the capstone on the pyramid, and it says success at the top. Oh, right. I'm supposed to believe that's another coincidence. You can also see in this commercial, it says Bestian or Bestian. I don't even know what it's supposed to be pronounced as, but the word beast involved, right? Oh, that must be a coincidence too, right there with this symbol, and it says beast. You got the symbol of the pyramid with the Antichrist symbol on top, and then the word beast right next to it. Yep, must be a coincidence. So you get that logo. So he has two logos that are satanic. You get the pyramid one with the X, and then you get the other one, which really resembles the Baphomet, the face of the Baphomet, because it's the two horns and then the face going downward. Then I happened to see this quote yesterday, flashing on ESPN, because it's his last days. It was a quote from the athletic trainer of the Lakers. He said, "I think if Jesus came down and said, 'Kobe, you can't do this,' Kobe would have said something like, 'Why don't you stick to making water into wine and raising people from the dead, and I'll take care of this basketball thing.'" Just a ridiculously stupid quote, but you can see how they just continue to mock and slander Jesus Christ. They make it like a joke, like, "Listen, Jesus, you stick to this stuff. I'll stick to something important like playing basketball." Some meaningless thing where they bounce a rubber ball like a bunch of 10-year-olds and they throw it through a hoop and people jump and scream and they, "Oh, this is so wonderful." But this is just another quote mocking Jesus Christ, of course, affiliated with Kobe Bryant and his mindset, deliberately, strategically placed there. It wouldn't be trending on ESPN if they didn't want it to be. And of course, they wanted it to be right there, right in the open. Now you get Kobe Bryant doing other symbols. You've seen him throw up the devil horns before, which, what does that have to do with basketball? Again, you see all these athletes do it. What's he saying? Heavy metal, rock and roll. Okay, he's paying homage to Satan. And then I don't know if anybody out there has noticed, but they've been running these ads for Kobe Bryant as far as, don't love me, hate me. This whole mindset of Kobe gets fed off of the hatred of people. He likes the hate. And then they have this commercial where everybody's singing how much they hate them. Turning love into hate is what it's talking about, which matches exactly with Orwell's 1984. Okay, of a controlled society, a controlled quote-unquote hate week and 2 minutes of hate, because they force people to be hateful in order to get their aggression out because we're under control. They know that human instinct, that we have these things. We have the aggression, we have this stuff, and they use sports as an outlet for us to get this out of us. So we don't take it out on the elitists. We don't take it out on the people who are really controlling stuff. And Orwell talks about it in 1984. It's called Hate Week, or the 2 minutes of hate. In the book, they also claim that hate is love, war is peace, lies are truth, basically everything being the opposite, what correlates with this Kobe Bryant love-hate thing that they're pushing, this agenda that they're pushing or have been pushing in his last season through all these commercials that are supposed to motivate people and get people pumped up, right? They're pushing love and hate, right? Hate fuel, all the hatred, turns to love and all that stuff. And we read in Isaiah 5:20, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." And that's exactly what's going on here. So you see all of this stuff, when they create these videos, these montages, the end of someone's career or whatever, where they're praising one of these false idols. So this is Kobe's final exit here. Okay, he spent all these years as a false idol, pushing the Illuminati agenda as far as, the imagery that he pushes and everything else. And now this is his bowing out because, when an athlete retires, that's the end for them for the most part. They're still alive, but they don't matter as much anymore. Okay, they don't matter unless they get involved in something else. So this is the goodbye for Kobe Bryant, but they still will push the agenda inside of it. Just like we saw with the Michael Phelps commercial, what happens in darkness will come into light. Talking about, the things that they do in darkness are going to come into light, paying homage to Michael Phelps and his last year in the Olympics. They're doing the same with Kobe Bryant with this love-hate thing, this Orwellian 1984, using hate, okay, because they know that the people and the masses need to get their aggression out because we're under such control. They use sports as an outlet for that. And this commercial is emulating that. It's talking about that and how Kobe fuels off of the hatred. That's what gets him going to be a better player and all this stuff. And then fans have a love-hate relationship with him. And like I said, Isaiah 5:20, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." It's a complete mind twist, but this is how they do it. They incorporate all of this stuff. Okay? They know the scriptures better than most lukewarm Christians, sadly enough, because they do everything they can to mock it and to spit in the face of God. There's many Christians out there that have never even read the Bible, that don't know anything that's in the Bible, that just go to church because they want to show up, right? We know those are the lukewarm Christians, but you can see the elitists, how they always place these things. They always have an agenda behind their ads and their commercials. It's always mocking God. It's always taking his scripture and turning it around. And if you don't want to believe any of the symbols, if you're somebody who's just stumbling upon this because you're a fan of Kobe Bryant, first of all, this isn't an attack on you personally. Stop. You have to separate yourself from these idols. Okay, you're not one with them. You're not on the Lakers. A lot of fans think that they're a part of the team. That's how they get their aggression out, that they're a part of something. You're not a part of anything. Okay, you're rooting for something here. You're rooting for false idols. You're rooting for a ball to go into a net. Okay, but you have to separate yourself from these false idols because they don't care about you at all. At all. Not one iota. But people come and they get very upset when they hear any attack on their false idols, as we've talked about on this channel. But if you really just, if you can't see the signs, you don't understand the logos and the symbolism of the occult of Satanism, I understand that if you're somebody who's new, who has no idea of the Illuminati's existence and Satanism existing, all you have to do is really just think about the basic mind control with Kobe and how he was somebody who, went through this rape trial and all of this stuff, and how the media still twisted him into being a hero, how they're paying homage to him as he bows out from his basketball career, saying he's always one of the greatest ever. Oh, what a role model Kobe Bryant was. They have all the other players paying homage to him, all the stadiums he goes to paying homage to him. Okay, if the media was saying the whole time, this guy is awful, he shouldn't play. I mean, look at the Ray Rice situation in sports, right? The domestic violence thing, which was awful and disgusting. And no, I'm not condoning it in any way. Of course it was disgusting. But look how the media just bashed him and ended his career. They could have done the same thing with Kobe Bryant. They could have done the same exact thing, right? They did that to Ray Rice and they said, your career's over. They bashed him into the ground to the fact that no team would sign him. Okay, he might not have been as good as he once was, but no team would sign him based on the media, the publicity that he was getting. It was so bad they didn't want the media to be hounding them for signing the guy. They could have done the same thing with Kobe Bryant. I mean, rape and domestic violence are one, they go neck and neck. I'm not going to say one's worse than the other. They're both awful. Both are awful. But the media took it and made Kobe Bryant into a hero. They decided after it was over, they let it die down for a few weeks. And then look at this going out parade he's getting as a hero, as this false idol. And he wouldn't be getting it if he wasn't a part of the Illuminati, if he wasn't a frontman, if he wasn't one of these false idols, inside of the satanic Illuminati system. He wouldn't be getting this send-off. Okay, the spin would have been different. The spin would have been the Ray Rice spin-off, where they said, we're not letting Kobe Bryant back into the league because he was accused of rape. Okay, the fans won't watch, the fans will protest. Instead, the media said what they wanted to say. Even though many people out there were in an uproar about it, the media never reported on it. They never said people were in an uproar over the rape allegations. Okay, they said nothing about it. They just dropped it and started talking about basketball again. If they did the same thing with Ray Rice, nobody would really even care. They would just say, what a scumbag Ray Rice is. But the fact that they constantly were saying he shouldn't be allowed in, he shouldn't be allowed in, all the talking heads on every channel, okay, that formed this opinion in people's minds where they were like, yeah, I agree, he shouldn't be allowed in. That's how mind control works, and that's what they do here over and over. And Kobe Bryant's no different. They've taken him and they've turned him into a false idol. Okay, they've protected his image and his brand because they have so much money invested in him. And he continues to flash the satanic Illuminati signs and symbols. And as he bows out in his career, whenever it is this week, today or tomorrow, as he bows down and his career finally ends, okay, he'll head off into the sunset. He'll continue to be praised by the media and all these people. But at the end, we know that he's made a contract with them. We know he's made one. You could even see the demonic tattoos on his arm. He has the monarch butterfly tattoo on his arm. That's another symbol. He's got the butterfly. I mean, he's a grown man. Well, why would he have a butterfly on his body of a tattoo? What men get a butterfly tattoo? Okay? But these are more examples of more of these false idols. I wanted to point him out because I know, people are talking about it today, and I wanted to just expose this guy. I've wanted to for a long time because he's clearly a part of it, and they protected his image for quite some time now. But he is an Illuminati puppet, as all of these false idols are. So be aware of them. Stay strong in your faith. Don't fall for these people. Don't worship these people. All worship and praise should always go to Jesus Christ. Thanks for listening to today's show. God bless all of you. May peace be with you.